Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel for another Draw With Me video. A little bit different today than what we usually do, as you can probably guess by the setup first of all. This is my first time attempting to film two shots at once. So I've got this camera set up and then I've also got this camera over here, which you can't see in this shot, but yeah, catching the iPad. So I thought I would try do a little bit more of a chatty style draw with me, because I feel like I've done a lot of tutorials on how I create content, but you guys are always asking me again and again, and so I thought it would be fun to kind of like just bring you guys along for creating some content for Instagram on Procreate, but also be able to kind of chat to you guys as I do it. Let's dive in, I guess. Hopefully this is gonna work. If you're new here, welcome. So if this is the first video that you are clicking on, thank you for coming to see a video by me, I guess. My name is Laura. I am an illustrator and a digital content creator. You can obviously find me here on YouTube, but you can also find me on Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok by the same name of Laura Jane Illustrations. Thought it would be nice to do something that was a little bit more like informal, kind of like a chatty get ready with me video. If you've watched videos like that before, I love videos like that. I love where I get to like watch someone just put on their makeup and answer questions, but obviously that's not the content you guys are here for. You are here for tutorials most of the time. So I am today creating some illustrated content for Instagram, which I do through Procreate, obviously. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to check in with my content plans. I use Google Sheets and I have a sheet planner where I map out all of my content by month. And the idea for that is so that when I sit down to create content, I don't have to like come up with the ideas as well. I already have that part of the process done separately, so I can look at the ideas and then just illustrate them or turn them into reels if that's what I'm doing. Switching over to here from Procreate, or rather to Procreate, the first piece of content that was on my planner was to reshare a quote from Nedra Glover Tawwab's book, which is Set Boundaries, Find Peace, and she has a really great quote from that book about the foundations of self-care. So I have already illustrated that. I'm going to go ahead and find it here in my stack. Here it is. I'm going to duplicate it because I think I'm going to redo it a little bit because I've reshared this version of it a lot and I want to maybe rework the text on it. If you follow me on Instagram, you might notice that I do have a color scheme that repeats in my grid. The next color on the grid technically should be teal, so I'm going to change the background to that, and then I'm going to rework the illustration so that it fits that. See, I am going to take a sip of coffee because I realize I've just word vomited a lot of information onto you guys. I feel like this is going to be the problem with this kind of video. It's going to be a nightmare for me to edit because that's always what happens when I do vlogs. Sidebar, we just hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, which yay. I know that in terms of like YouTube, oh goodness, what have I done? I know that in terms of like YouTube, 2,000 subscribers is relatively a small number of subscribers, but for me it's a pretty big deal. I feel like YouTube is probably the platform that I have the least strategy when it comes to creating on, although no, that's a lie. TikTok is definitely the platform that I have the least strategy for because I just don't know how to, I don't know how to TikTok. So that was interesting. And it's also really nice to know that people are just finding my tutorials organically and choosing to subscribe to my channel. But I think the piece of information that was most interesting to me was a combination of two pieces of information, which was tutorials get the most views, but vlogs get watched for longer. I get it. When I saw the content, I was like, okay, I get why tutorials have more views. It makes sense because people are searching for specific information, and this tutorial answers that specific information. Vlogs have less views because people aren't searching for me as a vlogger, but when people are watching them, they're watching them for longer. And I can relate to that because when I find a new YouTube creator and I start to enjoy their content, I will specifically sit down and watch a full vlog. The more that I get to know them, the more of the vlog that I'll watch. So yeah, it made sense. And I decided from that, I was like, how can I bring together both elements? How can I keep making tutorial content that you guys like want to see so that you can keep learning from me, but also maybe connect with you in a way that you want to watch it for longer? So I feel like sometimes tutorial videos where you're just seeing my hands and hearing my voice, you can't really connect with me as much, and I can't really connect with you. And I love sharing vlogs, and I love that anytime I ask what kind of videos you want to see more of, it's always vlogs, and I love that. But I also, I work from home, so there's like only so much I can vlog. I feel like if I did that every week, it would just get really repetitive, and I don't know how to make it interesting. This is my attempt. This is my attempt. I kind of like showing you behind the scenes of my work as I do it, but also connecting to you in a different way. I'm still lettering. It's been 20 minutes now. I'm gonna take a little voice break and I'm just gonna time lapse it. My first post for Instagram done. The next one, so on my planner, I've done this one. Now I can move on to a quote about happiness, because on Sunday it is International Day of Happiness. So the other thing I do with this content planner is I leave a space up on top, and I check little days of the year calendar online, or I Google like what specific dates are coming up this month, and I fill them in advance at the start of the month. For example, International Women's Day, World Book Day was this month. World Sleep Day was Friday, so that was yesterday. And International Day of Happiness is tomorrow, so I want to put up something about happiness. I don't know what I'm going to put up, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through my Instagram stack and see is there anything that I've shared before that might fit International Day of Happiness that I can re-illustrate or just reshare or freshen up. Scrolling the whole way down through my Instagram stack only to realize that the perfect illustration for World Day of Happiness was right beside the one that I just did, because I'd moved it up to the top of my stack a while ago for exactly this purpose. This is an illustrated version of one of my favorite quotes from Harry Potter, which is, "Happiness can be found in even the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light." I am going to lighten the background just a little bit because it's quite a dark purple. So I'm going to make a few little changes to this one, not too much. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this old way that I used to mark my name, and I'm going to replace it with my new watermark. Now I'm going to recolor these clouds because now that I've changed the background, they are the same color. Okay, pretty happy with that. It's saw as a very popular quote when I share it, and I think it will be quite relevant for tomorrow, especially because tomorrow is a Sunday, and I always like to share a nice like Sunday evening reminder. So yeah, that is the 2 pieces of content that I have on my content planner. I hope that you enjoyed this little chatty draw with me video. I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing my process of creating posts for Instagram. If you've been using Procreate for a while like I have, it's always a nice challenge to go back through your gallery, find something that you did before and try and redo it in your style now, because obviously as you're illustrating, your style changes over time, and I know that mine has a lot. Anyway, that is all of the content that I'm going to be creating in today for Instagram, because I haven't planned anything else. As I said, I hope you enjoyed this different kind of draw with me style video. I would love your feedback, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more draw with me videos like this, where they're a little bit more chatty, a little bit less formal, and if so, what kind of things you'd like to see me creating. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button, and if you haven't done so already, click subscribe, join the now over 2,000 subscribers that are here on my channel, which I'm very grateful for, and be sure to turn on that little notification bell so you get reminders when new videos go up as well. I'm gonna go and make a fresh cup of coffee because this one is all gone and I will be back with another video for you guys next week. Until then, bye.